So I have a theory. I think I've mentioned that I've been thinking a lot about accountability and responsibility and why they are important. And the reason, I don't know if I've told you this, but the reason is because, like, so after I broke up with my best friend, um, I realized that I didn't have any responsibilities. Like, I was completely free of responsibilities, which is kind of how I like it. But I think that's why, especially when I was really depressed, I think this was one of the main reasons was because like I didn't have any responsibilities after I quit my job and started trying my hardest to get a new job. And then after I found out that that girl I was really into was getting married, I got really depressed. I didn't have any responsibilities. I didn't have anything, and it just like it didn't have anything to anchor me. And so when I first came to San Francisco, I also was just like I was really depressed. And I remember that like when I got a job, or not, like I started hosting this meetup to help people learn to code, and and it was tremendously stabilizing. It was like I had this like bone deep ache of like loneliness all the time, even when I was around people, and it was like I never understood it, and it was like really troubling because I was just like I don't know why I'm so lonely all the time, and I think in retrospect it's because I had no responsibilities, I had no accountability. And I'm not really sure if I've necessarily teased out the difference between like accountability and responsibility and why they are important, or like philosophically, I mean, like, I think that like accountability is probably like, it's like short term or near term, um, like meaning. I don't know, like there's like a lot of variables, but like essentially, I think I've told you this before. Like I think people, the reason we need people is because people represent the future, and if you don't have any people in your life, you have no conceptual future. You have no reason to persist. I mean, it's not that you can't persist, it's just that like there is no reason to think about the future, like there is no reason for your frontal fucking cortex. Because you just like all the complexity in life that you need to be able to sort of like think ahead comes from people. And if you don't need to think ahead, then you just kind of like, I don't know, you revert to like animal state. You're thinking, and I mean, like you can still feel and you can eat and breathe, but you don't really need to think. And so, like, accountability is like your connection to that reality in, like, I guess the present or the short term, and like responsibility is kind of like the same thing, but more in the distant future. There's other ways of slicing this also, just like I think maybe you could say that like accountability is like responsibility to yourself, like how you can sort of like direct yourself, and then like responsibility is maybe more like responsibility. It's like accountability, but to someone else. Like accountability is like if you don't do what you want to do, you pay for it. And responsibility is like if you don't do what you want to do, then someone else pays for it. And I'm not sure like which of those characterizations is more true or the most true, or if any of them aren't true. But um, so I've told you I think about like my accountability experiments and how I've been doing a lot of accountability stuff recently, and obviously like the ones I've um sent to you, but I've been sending them to a bunch of different people, and it's been tremendously stabilizing. Like when I first figured this out, like maybe 3 weeks ago, um, I I did an accountability thing with my buddy for working out, and I felt it immediately. It was like, oh my God, my mental health just like went from like bad to okay in like 5 minutes. And I have also in the last 3 weeks or so, on several occasions, like realized that like a commitment here or there was like finished, and my mental health was starting to get bad, and so I just made another commitment, and then it was fine again. It's just like really interesting how consistent and reliable and usable this insight has been for me personally. Um, and and also been thinking a lot about like responsibility, like, but also just like I, it's becoming painfully clear to me that like you need to take care of people because like I have like these grand ambitions and I want to make something of myself. I want to be someone great. but also like it's also become painfully clear to me, especially since I lost my best friend. Like she fulfilled, she like met a lot of needs for me. She fulfilled a lot of roles, like the role of family, the role of responsibility and accountability. She was like, I don't know. This is why people have family, It's because like you can transcend your circumstances. You can be you can want to be someone great, but there isn't really any reason to if you don't have other people that you're bringing with you, And I'm not sure. I haven't really described this yet, although I think I probably will eventually. Just like why it's so important. Like I think that like the lone billionaire probably does not exist. Like there's this sort of concept or conceptualization in like America that like there are lone billionaires, like Elon Musk and fucking Jeff Bezos and uh whoever was this was the guy who founded Microsoft. Like they're all people who um they seem self-made, even that terminology, self-made. Um and it's very curious because like on the one hand like I thought that having the ambition was enough and like knowing the technique, and now I'm starting to understand that that is not true. Like, you can want to achieve great things, but if you don't have the foundation of responsibility that comes from taking care of other people, or at least like, having responsibilities, like you need to be accountable to yourself and responsible to other people. Like if you don't show up and do what you're supposed to do, someone else will pay for it, and that is a very important thing, psychologically, emotionally, and so like I don't know. The reason it's important for me is because like I don't have it. Like I don't like after my losing my best friend, like it's really painfully obvious that I don't have it. Like I don't have anybody to take care of. I don't have any responsibilities, and so like I can create this accountability for myself, and that's really good. It's really stabilizing. It helps a lot, but it's definitely not like you need both. Um, I have like I have a lot of friends, but I don't have anybody I'm really taking care of, and I don't know what to do about it. I'm like really racking my brains, like, because like on the one hand, it's like it's relatively easy to find arbitrary responsibilities, but it's not that easy to find like flexible ones that you can sort of like adopt more of as you need to, or at least like I don't know. It's like how do you pick a responsibility? Because like there's a million things that are worth doing, but there aren't a million things that will like also give back to you, or like some responsibilities like also give returns, like having a girlfriend, that's a really great responsibility. You get a lot out of that besides just, the privilege of taking care of someone. They also take care of you. It's a very mutually beneficial thing. There's a lot of responsibilities where that are not mutually beneficial, and or ones that like people say are that I don't think actually are. Like I think it's something else that's become clear to me recently is that teaching people. I used to think that teaching people and being like a good communicator and like I had like dreams and like sort of visions of like um being like a person who like in my philosophy work like figured out like secrets of the universe and told other people about them, and then that would be like the meaning for my life. And now I'm starting to doubt that that actually can be the case. Like I think it is like a good thing for sure, but it's not like I'm not sure it's meaningful because I'm not sure that meaning can come from anything that doesn't directly have to do with personal relationships. I'm starting to doubt that that can be possible. Like meaning comes from personal relationships, not what do they call your social media relationships? Parasocial relationships. I don't think meaning can come from parasocial relationships. Like it can, it maybe like a very distant future abstract sort of way, but I'm not sure that it does on other level, like more important levels. And so I don't know. I'm questioning a lot of shit that like I think I arbitrarily believed in for a long time. And I'm also starting to think that like this is probably like my biggest autistic vector was believing that I could go through life without responsibility and accountability, and sort of just be like a lone, wolf. That's like sort of very obviously becoming like a myth in retrospect. It's surprising to me that I lived with it for such a long time. And like, are you familiar with this? Like, somebody told me about this a while back. Okay, I admit to not remembering what it's called, but it's like a Twitter saying, and it's supposed to describe like religious like people's ability to sort of like achieve mental and social and emotional health without actually understanding or understanding why, or sometimes it's just like the appearance of mental, social, you know, emotional health without uh without actually having it. But it's just like they just like step over the understanding to the result because like the religion gives the structure for it, and I think a lot of people are doing that with religion. A lot of people are doing that with just like monogamy, you know, just like their romantic relationship is providing like the support that they need to be like uh healthy enough. But they have no idea why it's happening, you know, and it's just like um I want to understand that, but also like I think that, like the fact that I thought that I could get by without that for such a long time was like a big part of what made me autistic. Like, or at least it's probably my most autistic presenting thing was that I thought like I didn't need people. Like I thought I could just be a lone wolf. And yeah, I don't necessarily pretend to understand it yet, but I am definitely like vividly aware of it now that this is a problem that like I have the responsibilities and it's completely fucking like stealing my ability to like make big moves in the world because I'm not taking care of anyone and no one's taking care of me, and it means that like I conceptually I have a very limited future. Like, I cannot conceive of a big future for myself because I'm not, like, I don't have anyone under my umbrella, you know? Like, if I died today, I don't think very many people would miss me. Um, because I think, like, that's what it means to be valuable in the world is that, like, people will miss you. And the way you know that people miss you is because you're investing in them, you're taking care of them, and they will miss that. You know, it's like, and I don't know. So I don't know. This is all the stuff I've been thinking about, and I don't know. I'm glad that I'm finally becoming aware of it. I am a little bit ashamed. I think that it took me so long to become aware of it. It was right under my nose for a long time, but there was just like I don't know. You know, it's not, you know how sometimes your world model um is complete from your view, but from everyone else's, it's not. Like it was like that. Uh, And yeah, I don't know. I don't even know how I'm gonna solve this problem because like um I don't particularly want a girlfriend. Like I think getting a girlfriend would solve this problem for me, but it's also too much. Like I'm not really in a good place for a girlfriend, and I don't I like I think if I was in a good place to have like a pet, I think I would do that, but I don't think I can have a pet in the van. And so I don't know what I'm gonna do to solve this problem, but I really need to adopt some responsibilities and start like taking care of somebody or something, and be responsible to something outside of myself. I think that that will like give me wings, and really make it so that I can like plot path into the future and move with confidence. I don't know. Yeah. Anyways, thanks for listening. Long